I used to be afraid of you, but I don't think I am anymore.
There's nothing to fear except God.
For me, God is a disease.
It's the things that make you look at what you thought you saw in a different light. The hole in the Pentagon being too small for a plane. The lawn isn't mussed up. The government's not showing the plane hitting when many cameras photographed it.
There's nothing to fear except God. God. God.
Oh, if you already know the answers to your questions, then why ask?
It's too big.
Back and to the left, 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 back and to the left.
What's up, everyone? This is Half a God's Face podcast. We are back to do the Oscar preview show, which is another one of the reasons we ended up doing the podcast in the first place. So here
Technically
we
our
are.
first sequel on the channel.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say we went live on Insta a couple of times to do this too.
Oh yeah,
over the
we
years.
did it in 24. And then I don't remember if we did in 23. No, cuz I didn't see the whale or everything or something, whatever, I didn't see those movies.
Yeah, but it's fun. I mean, the Oscars are. I feel like they're bouncing back the last couple of years, where they're like the top. Like they'll nominate really great films again. There were a couple of years there that were really dark, but they're bouncing back. But I don't know. I'm still nervous about how this like award ceremony is gonna go. I don't know, honestly. I wonder if the guy with Tourette's has sparked Sinners into having a huge momentum.
Oh no.
Because everyone feels so bad that happened at the BAFTAs. They're just like, we got to give Sinners credit. And it's like, okay. Sinners is like, okay. I don't think that's a very good movie. Like, if you like it, I don't have a problem with it. I don't think it's bad, but I don't think that's anywhere near the best movie of the year. But it got the most Oscar nominations ever because they had these new categories, right? Like best casting and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. And then next year's going to be best stunts.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, I got the first category. So for sake of time, I think let's not even talk about the best like animated short or documentary short. It's like those are never relevant. Like no one ever sees them, and it's never anything relevant. So let's just not even talk
whatever
about it
the consensus is going to win, at least one of those three, always something comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's like the Oscars has no conception of like short film, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I guess I'm looking at best sound. I feel like Sinners is probably going to win best sound because it's kind of like a musical at times.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Frankenstein nominated for best sound. See, I've kind of been banged up. I've been kind of banged up the last couple of weeks, so I actually didn't get around to. And then Frederick Wiseman, when he passed, I hadn't really seen his films before, so I just started jumping into his filmography and really discovering so many incredible films. I've been really pumped on Frederick Wiseman, but I haven't really seen a lot of. I didn't really go out of my way to see a lot of Oscar-nominated stuff other than stuff I've already seen. But I did watch Blue Moon this week, which is definitely a treat. I loved it. Linklater never misses. If Ethan Hawke won an Oscar, that'd be pretty cool. His performance is definitely phenomenal. He's kind of like a really loquacious in the closet, like Broadway musical, like genius. And he's just like, he's at this bar at the premiere of his ex, like it's like his partner in music, in musical creation, the guy who goes on to make Oklahoma, and it's like the first musical his friend has made without him, and it's like the biggest hit of his friend's like career. So the Ethan Hawke character is like in this really like crazy mood where he's like kind of bitter about it, but then he's also like he's just chatting up everyone at the bar before this like after party after like Oklahoma had premiered. So it's
It's
basically like
awesome.
it's just basically one monologue after another of Ethan Hawke's character just like going on these epic monologues. Oh my god, sorry. There's like an ambulance outside.
Chicago.
No, but it's wonderful. I think you would love it. And
Damn.
the performance is amazing, and the way it's kind of like I don't know, it almost has like a My Dinner with Andre kind of feel, like just like a
Oh yeah.
really engrossing conversational sort of film. And no, I loved it. I mean, Margaret Qualley is also kind of perfect for Richard Linklater movies. She's in it. And then
Oh,
Ethan
she's
Hawke is
awesome.
also like artificially small. He's
Oh,
like
I
5
heard
foot.
that.
Yeah. He's like walking around, he's like waddling around. He's like 5 foot tall and he's like an alcoholic. But yeah, pretty amazing movie. I genuinely think honestly, if you saw that, you would probably retroactively add that to your 2025 list. Cause
Damn right.
I damn near was like, yeah, that you can make a really strong argument that could be in the top 10 as far as like, I don't know if I would say, I think The Mastermind is still better, but it's like
Yeah.
around that kind of range, you know. It's definitely one of the best American films of the year. But no, anyway, getting back to it. Yeah, so do you feel like Sinners for sound as well?
I don't know. I mean, Sinners. The more we're
Or
gonna talk
F1?
about it later, yeah, I was gonna. The more we're gonna talk about Sinners, it's just gonna be coming back to this fucking harping of oh, it got 16 nominations. I mean, what the hell? It's gonna win. It's gonna win things that it's not favored to win. But like, I don't know. Retroactively, F1 seems like
Okay.
a classic best sound. I don't know. I think like Ford v. It reminds me of Ford v Ferrari, other like car movie. I think that was
Yeah.
2019. But granted, that was when sound was in two different categories. So I don't know if that like I don't know if just like encompassing sound into one category instead of sound editing and sound mixing will make it different. But I would I
Okay,
don't
you'll
know.
pick
I
F1.
would I would predict F1, but if Sinners wins, then it's like okay, well,
Yeah. And then production design goes to Sinners.
okay. So here's where it's tricky. The favorites say 91% odds for Frankenstein, but like
Oh my god.
so Frankenstein's gonna win an Oscar, Zach. It's gonna happen.
No.
So we'll get
I'm
one
actually
thing.
this is gonna be a continual like motif on Half a God's Face because
Just every episode.
I'm so angry that Guillermo del Toro just like waddles up to the stage and like it's like, bruh, is he really just like he's just gonna sneeze and then make another movie that wins Oscars? Like it's just like really like that's the dumbest thing about the Oscars is like they have like a class of directors that they can even make terrible movies and they'll still get like nominated.
Right.
And they've done that before where like there are certain filmmakers where like it doesn't even matter what they make or if anyone saw it or if everyone thought it sucked. They're just like, yeah, Guillermo del Toro made a movie. He made a Frankenstein movie. Let's give it Oscars. That's crazy. 91% for Frankenstein. That's insane.
I mean, well, Frankenstein has a lot of like technical categories that it's doing well in with the odds,
Oh
but
my
like
God.
I do think it'll break something to Sinners, and I wouldn't say
I'm going to say
I
Sinners
don't know.
just because I feel like in the history of the Oscars, off the top of my head, I don't know if there's that many like period pieces made by black people. And I think that
Mm,
in itself might be something kind of new. Like I mean, I could be sounding ignorant in this moment, but like if you think about like Spike Lee or someone like that, he's done some period pieces, but I feel like whenever he's gotten kind of Oscar attention, it'd be more for like screenwriting. And
Right.
outside of him, it'd be like what, like Ava DuVernay when she made the Martin Luther King thing. Um,
Oh, Selma?
yeah, I think that got some nominations, but yeah, I mean, outside of that, you know, that's
I
kind of
mean,
the
well,
cliche about period pieces usually is people usually say that period pieces are kind of like a Victorian era movie, you know,
mm,
with a bunch of British white people. So those are usually the kind of movies that get production design, and those are usually like just all, you know, Brits. So I feel like
yeah,
that might be my only that might be the inciting kind of feeling around Sinners with a lot of these like technical awards because it has so
yeah,
many nominations. And didn't like Marty Supreme? It seems like Marty Supreme is just ice cold right now.
it does. It seems like it could go. It really seems like it could go empty-handed. Maybe
Well, it
we'll
did at the
see.
BAFTAs, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah. But I don't know. I don't because I'm kind of ignorant to production design. So like I
Uh,
just kind of like think of looking at the images I've seen from Sinners and Frankenstein and I just go just looking at it, I go, yeah, Sinners looks like more like I don't know, I want to say beautiful, but it looks more like aesthetically pleasing to me or like interesting than Frankenstein does.
yeah, and it's an original film, so
Right.
I'm leaning towards Sinners, but you might be right. If the percentage is that lopsided, you're probably right.
Well, let
But
me see what is this is yeah, this is users on Gold Derby, editors on Gold Derby, and experts on Gold Derby.
they're all saying Frankenstein.
Yes, but it also just feels like kind of like a hot potato like pick. Like it's just like oh let's just pick like the obvious like period like blah blah blah. I don't know because I remember I don't know. Do you remember that year that like Barbie and Poor Things were going to some like a bunch of technical categories like makeup or like
Mhm.
costume and production design? Poor Things just kind of took it away. So like I do kind of think that like people are I do think the voters are more enthusiastic about Sinners than Frankenstein. So like
Well,
I'm kind of like talking myself out of it.
yeah, I just think that I think Frankenstein is definitely a worse movie. I don't even really need to see it. I will watch it. I will watch it just so that I can give our audience like a crazy dude. I think it's almost 3 hours too. Oh my god, that's gonna
Yeah,
be a
we could do like
nightmare.
an episode and just have it be like a shit show.
That would be the
Just
funniest thing.
display all our negative energy into one recording and just have it go somewhere
We
in the
just
universe.
yeah we just do a full episode on like a movie that we hate.
That's something new. Yeah, that's unexplored.
It could be like in the preview. It could be in like the reaction show to the Oscars. Yeah. Oh my god.
Oscar's reaction so fresh / Frankenstein shit post.
God damn.
I
Yeah,
don't
and
know.
then
Yeah, I don't know.
so next category, I'm just going off of Google
Oh yeah, you do you.
right to left. And so I don't know that usually this is later in the night, but I'm looking at editing now.
Oh yeah.
I think One Battle should get it.
I think yeah, I think like F1 is a traditional editing winner, but I think the fact that like I mean Honora won editing last year.
Yeah, it's usually the
And
movie that wins Best Picture a lot
I'm
of
always
time.
moved when I think about editing in one battle after another because I remember like I never expressed it in words, but I remember you were like the first person I think that I heard or read that talked about that cut when
Her doing karate.
Will is a baby and then she's doing karate. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, with the Steely
I've heard
Dan.
other people say that and how moved they are by that, and I think obviously like editing in Best Picture is just such like a Usual package in Oscar history. I mean, God, I think my argument last year was like, oh, Conclave might get editing, which means it might get screenplay and picture, and that's what fucking Argo
Nora.
did. But yeah, Nora won. So like,
Uh,
no,
yeah,
I
the
think
editing nominees are kind of weird. I mean, Marty Supreme makes sense and Sinners makes sense, but yeah, I'm kind of surprised Sentimental Value has a best editing nomination. Like it's a good movie, but the editing doesn't
yeah,
like strike me like that's like that's kind of random to me. I think that kind of proves that the Oscars really just loved Sentimental
they did.
Value,
Yeah,
which maybe we'll get into that later, but
sure.
yeah, so I'll pick one battle for
I would.
editing.
Yeah, I would do the same.
Okay, best costume design.
I mean, this kind of just harps back to our conversations about production design and all that. Just like, is it
Is
Sinners or is it
Frankenstein the favorite again?
Frankenstein? You said for
Costumes.
costume. It is. It's even more favored than the last one
Oh
we talked
my god.
about.
Oh my god. We live in a never-ending horror show. Trump Trump bombs Iran and then Frankenstein is a huge favorite to win multiple awards. What the fuck?
Yeah, what do you get? I mean,
I'm picking Sinners again. Frankenstein, I'm just out of spite.
you might
Just
just
out of
be.
spite.
Does this mean in some other context that you are a Sinners fan?
Well, gun to my head, as I love to say. It's again, the movie's not. Did you see it?
I ended up watching it. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, what did you
I
think
thought
of it?
I thought it was like 6, 7 out of 10. I thought it was good.
Yeah, I just
I
didn't
kind of
like the
like,
ending that much.
yeah, it's kind of
I
too
mean,
like,
I like the ultimate ending, but it just felt like kind of like a ripoff of like Tarantino, or it's like From Dusk Till Dawn, like
sure, sure,
as a remake in a way. And I just thought it's not really the best. Like Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez are not. They don't really spawn good versions of themselves of people
sure,
copying them. So that's kind of my critique.
yeah.
But there are
I
elements of it that
just
I thought were really strong. Like I thought
right.
the music is strong. I like the young guy who's like the guitar player. I think he's the guy that's been the most like forgotten about in all these Oscar noms. And I feel like him getting an Oscar nom would have made a lot more sense to me than even Lindo, who's
Sure,
great.
sure,
It's just that he's like been in everything and he kind of just deserves a little bit more recognition. And
sure.
of course, he's a brilliant actor. But the young guy on the guitar, I thought was the strongest, and Haley Steinfeld too.
No, we
No one even
don't.
talked about Haley Steinfeld, and she was amazing.
She is great. No, I don't
People
know.
just completely forgot about her.
I appreciate it more technically, and I think there was a time when I watched films that I just completely was like, I don't give a shit if I'm not moved by it. Like, fuck you, I hate this movie. But I wasn't like moved by it, but I enjoyed it. Like, I think it's weird to not enjoy Sinners. You
Well,
know.
it's this bizarre thing where, and this is going to sound crazy because it's the whole movie, but I was enjoying the whole movie, and then it becomes like a vampire thing, and
Right.
I didn't really know totally that it was like a genre film. And again, I appreciate that it's an original film, and I do think Coogler has a lot of talent. I remember seeing his Creed movie back in the day, as far as like a genre movie slash kind of like a franchise reboot movie that was actually
Sure.
really, I thought it was actually really good. Like I think
Yeah.
he has talent, especially in that regard. I never saw Black Panther, but he
Hmm.
definitely has talent as a genre filmmaker, and I think he's going to make movies that are better than Sinners. I just think that I don't know the direction that Sinners went, as far as just kind of spoiler. I think most people have seen the movie at this point.
Oh
I
yeah.
just think going in the direction of like everybody dies violently. It's kind of like Parasite, where
Mm.
Parasite came out. I didn't even see it, and I only saw it last year. And it's exactly it's the same exact critique I have of Sinners, where it's like a Robert Rodriguez Tarantino wannabe, or it's like a Park Chan-wook wannabe. Like I would say Park Chan-wook is the better of the violent South Korean filmmakers between Bong Joon-ho and Park Chan-wook.
Sure.
Uh, Old Boy, that's like legit incredible, and I think that's like levels above Parasite. And I look at Sinners and I kind of think of it in a similar way that I look at Parasite, where I'm like, I feel like there's a lot of great scenes in both movies, and both movies flirt with being something really like strong and unique. And then I just think they go in a direction that I kind of had a hard time being that impressed by. Like when a movie just ends in a rain of gunfire, it's just a little bit boring to me. Like
Sure.
unless it's pulled off, and I just don't know if it was pulled off. It seemed a little bit in the direction of of gratuitous violence, just for the sake of like giving people something crazy in the end. But I don't know. I mean, the whole thing of like the guitar player having to sell his soul and all that. I like that kind of stuff. But having
Yeah.
that be like explicitly about vampires, I think is because what was that movie with? Isn't there there was a movie like 20, 30 years ago about like a guitar player like selling their soul, like that old
Mm,
like classic tale. I think that is stronger material than like vampire stuff.
sure.
I mean, it's like, oh yeah, we got to invite them in, and then the vampires are white people, and they're dancing all corny and shit, and it's like, okay, it's like it's funny. It's funny, and like I get it. I don't necessarily have a problem with any of that. I just think like it's mostly just the violence that I think is a little bit like of an eye roll. It's a little bit like, okay, is this really the best movie of the year? Just which is funny because I also love One Battle After Another, which has a lot of violence, but I feel like it's a lot more. You're a lot more like invested. It's not just like every single character gets killed in like
Yeah.
20 seconds. But I still think it's going to do really strong at the Oscars. So best costume, and then I got adapted screenplay in front of me now.
I mean, we don't have to talk much about that, I believe.
I think PTA is going to win, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
no, he's going to at least win an Oscar. An
Yeah.
Oscar.
Original. Yeah. Adapted screenplay
Probably at
makes.
least two, for sure, but we'll get to that. But yeah, adapted
Uh,
screenplay. It's interesting that, like, I can't really remember. Like, I feel like half of his screenplay nominations are adapted and original.
yeah. I mean, he probably should have won forever ago for a screenplay. I mean, because this
Inherent
is just
Vice,
like,
yeah.
There'll Be Blood, where he just like, he damn near like wrote his own script. Like he took a book like in a completely different direction. Like it's like I feel like that's a better way to define the adapted screenplay category, is when
Mm,
someone just kind of writes an original script but they're inspired by a source material. That feels like a lot more honest, as far as like how impressive it is. So yeah,
right.
adapted.
So
uh
it is kind of like original though in that sense. But yeah, it's I don't know. Yeah, Frankenstein is in last. Does that make you feel better?
no,
It
shouldn't
doesn't.
have even been nominated.
It's at less than 1%.
They're gonna cut to Guillermo del Toro just like eating a pizza or whatever the
Smoking
hell.
hookah.
Smoking the hookah.
Smoking hookah and eat pizza, and you're like, I'm just gonna be here. This is nice. Anyway, what was the next one?
Did you ever see The Shape of Water? I never saw that.
I did. I did.
How was that?
It's one of the worst Best Picture winners ever.
Dude, I heard
Yeah.
that. I heard that it was terrible.
No, just at least cerebrally, because I don't like to have sex with fish. I think like I at least in my body and my consciousness, I don't like having sex with fish, and I don't
See,
know how to. So I
I
can't
think
really relate to the movie. I don't know.
I don't know how to have sex with fish, so the movie is bad.
Yeah, no, that's my review. That I wish I put that on Letterboxd. Damn it.
God damn it. What is with Guillermo del Toro? I think the thing about del Toro, and I'm not the best person to talk about him. I think I've only seen Pan's Labyrinth, which I
Mhm.
think is amazing. I haven't seen it in
Oh, hell
years,
yeah.
but it's a beautiful movie. But I think the Oscars, they just get really hyped up about filmmakers that are really like they're really specific to a certain type of genre film.
Sure.
And they get to a point where they're like, okay, Guillermo del Toro is like one of the great like horror film, like artistic horror movie or like monster movie directors like of his generation. And then they want to like reward that. So then
Yeah.
they kind of just artificially they kind of artificially set him up to succeed just because he's like synonymous with like a genre. And I think that's a little bit ridiculous just because there's a lot of like, comedy directors that have never even gotten close. Like outside the
Yeah.
last like 5 years, the Oscars has gotten a lot more forgiving of comedies or a lot more into comedies. But like, I mean, Todd Solondz is one of the greatest filmmakers in the world.
Oh God.
Nobody even talks about him. No one even knows if he's alive or dead. You know? Does anyone even know where he is or what he's doing? And it's like the greatest. He's like one of the great directors of his generation. Never got. I mean, I don't think he ever got an Oscar nom. Maybe he
No.
did,
Yeah.
but he's the kind of director where I'm like, I mean, come on, like Wiener Dog. That's like
Yeah.
low key one of the
I'm
best movies I've
trying
ever
to
seen.
vote in Happiness as a screenplay, but I don't want to get fucking shot in the back of the head.
Yeah, and Happiness is iconic, but yeah, adapted screenplay. So yeah, we'll go one battle, and then score is going to be Sinners.
I think so. I
Yeah,
don't
because
think
it's a
because
music-driven movie.
yeah, I mean, I would rather it be one battle just because of like
They hate Johnny Greenwood.
they hate him. Yeah.
They hate him so much. They completely ripped him off for There'll Be Blood, and The Master did not get a score nomination. It's like one of the greatest scores.
I don't know. I mean, Sinner's score it's good, but do you remember I think it's when we did the one battle thing with Ben when Ben was describing the I think it was the Punch Drunk Love score when he's like,
Wait, what?
just like how the score just loses its mind.
Oh, for one battle.
Yeah, and that to me is
Dun 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 dun. And it's just like, yeah,
gosh, it's so nice. It's across everything. And like usually I'm pretty skeptical when films have a score that does seem somewhat like prominent. I mean, obviously if you're like in the movie, you can kind of like lose a sense of like the score because it just like everything's happening at once, but
Mhm.
when movies what I was saying was like when movies have a score and implement songs, I'm normally kind of like, okay. But
Yeah,
this I don't know, PTA, Scorsese just do it in a different way, and I would damn.
yeah. I mean, music in film is just very overused, annoyingly. Like
Oh, for sure.
there are good examples of it. PTA is one of the people I forgive, or obviously you brought up Scorsese, or God forbid, Kenneth Anger, someone who really pioneered using like pop music in film, which is where Scorsese
Mm,
got it from. And I don't know, I'm not opposed to that to some extent, like the whole thing of like the needle drop. I like when Lanthimos does it too. I think he can have some really good ones, but it's a slippery slope because you shouldn't just make a movie and pick your favorite songs. It's like ridiculous. Like it's not really like filmmaking art.
yeah. Well,
That's just
it
like
seems to me like PTA does he can't bring these songs from the outside into his movie. He needs to like fucking experience the filmmaking process and then actually bring the song in, even if he like has. I bet you he's like heard songs that he's listened to songs that he hasn't heard before, just because like he's so creative.
nah.
You know what I mean? Like no one makes like if you're making a movie and when you're like, oh, I want to like find this song to be in a movie, then like fuck you.
Yeah, I understand it to some degree. I just think it's like, yeah, I don't know. Like I said before, it's like gratuitous. It's like that's definitely a word I would use for it, or it's self indulgent when you're just, and it's a critique that a lot of people don't want to hear because it's like some of our favorite scenes in film history are like you just put a song on and then it's like an epic sequence. But I still think it's just fair to outline that like you can do it, but you really have to have like a reason. It has to like it has to really, really like make sense. But and it is weird that the Oscars has never even considered like soundtrack as a genre. Like they only do original score and original song, which is kind of nice because it's acknowledging that let's give precedent, let's give preference to movies that are doing something like new.
Huh.
But it would kind of make sense if there was a soundtrack nomination one day, like just for it would almost be like an editing kind of thing.
Yeah. Huh.
But yeah, and also songs are just very long. Like if you have like a 4 minute song in a movie, it's like what are the odds that your scene will actually have to be a full 4 minutes? So a lot of times they'll cut a song into pieces and make it shorter just to fit like a scene.
Mm.
But yeah, and then I got makeup and hairstyling next.
Uh,
I actually do think this might be Frankenstein just
I think
because
this is its best chance. Yeah, I think this is its best chance.
this is just like whatever. Weren't we talking about this last year? And I was just like, wasn't there a movie like? Am I talking about Avatar? It's like, oh, she's blue. Was there a movie where someone's like a different color? And I was like, oh, that's gonna win.
Yeah, I don't even remember what won last year.
Yeah, I think Frankenstein is the low IQ winner here, where it's gonna be like, did you ever see the new Nosferatu?
I did.
How was that?
It.
I heard mixed things about it. Some people loved it, and some people were like, it's okay.
I mean, I don't think you can make a better film than like the original Nosferatu.
Well,
If you're doing
Herzog,
like
the Herzog version
that
is
one's
pretty
great.
incredible.
That one's
Yeah.
great, but
I
it's
mean, how
probably
about that cast?
my
Isabella
least
Johnny,
favorite.
Bruno
Oh
Gans,
God,
Klaus Kinski.
Klaus Kinski. How did they
That's
not
like the
kill each
greatest
other?
cast ever.
It's my least favorite of the Robert Eggers films of the four he's done.
Well, yeah, I suspected that, but I heard that the Nosferatu in that movie is pretty wild.
It's nice. Um,
Like people say, it's like a naked Nosferatu or something.
oh yeah, you see Dick. I mean, that's what
Yeah, that's what I heard.
you see Dick quickly in the movie,
Interesting.
and that's I don't know if that's
Was
an
that
endorsement, but
2025? Nosferatu, or was
that
that
was
2024?
Christmas 2024, so barely.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it both.
Okay, yeah, because that to me that would make more sense if that was getting all this Frankenstein shine, but I guess it's a different year.
Yeah, I
And they got to
mean,
just artificially have a movie in here that no one saw being
yeah.
Frankenstein.
Substance was the winner last year.
Was Frankenstein even successful at the box office?
I don't think so. It was Netflix, right?
Oh, okay. Because I think it might have been. I think it might. People might have watched it just because Jacob Elordi is a legitimate star. But I don't know. I think he's trash. I watched. People are going to get mad at me for this take as
You
well.
watched
But
Wuthering Heights?
no, I didn't see
Oh, okay.
Wuthering Heights.
I was
I
like, I
watched.
thought that's where you're going.
I kind of wanted to watch it. I listened to the Charlie XCX soundtrack, and I listened to it one time. There were some songs I liked, but I was a little less pumped on the soundtrack than I expected myself to be. And so when I
Okay.
heard the soundtrack, and I was like, because there are certain movies that are like clearly not good, but then they have like a really cool soundtrack that people love. Like that kind of happened with the Zendaya tennis movie when Trent Reznor
Oh, fucking. I was about to say
Challengers.
sinners. Challengers, yeah. I was about to say sinners. What the fuck?
That was weird that didn't get any Oscar attention.
Yeah,
Whatever
no.
year it came out in. It came out and everyone loved it, and then it just got no awards attention, even though everyone loved it. But yeah, I actually, when I saw Nine Inch Nails at the United Center, he had his DJ, the guy who did this is in like August 2025. I saw Nine Inch Nails. It was an incredible show. His opener was the guy who helped him make the Challenger soundtrack. And he was like this unbelievable DJ. It was literally one of the greatest like openers I've ever seen to any music show.
Mm.
It was like, that kind of like it like you're at like a club and it's kind of like this dark kind of sound, but it's like this industrial kind of thing. But it was incredible. And like, I don't know, in terms of score, I feel like that would have made a lot of sense if Trent Reznor would have gotten something for Challengers, because that
Yeah, no,
score was,
people are pissed off about that last year.
because that's a little ridiculous that doesn't get a nomination, right? It didn't even get nominated.
I don't think so.
No, but anyway, makeup and hairstyling. Oh my God, there's a movie called The Ugly Stepsister that's nominated. What the fuck is this?
I don't know.
Oh my God, I've
Is
like
that like
clicked on it and this girl. What is this? What is wrong with this girl,
She's ugly. What do you mean?
bro? Google Images. What the? Okay, I'm backing out of this. I'm scared. So we'll avoid best doc short, because who cares?
Well, we can at least speculate based on the
Who's gonna
title.
win?
So, is it like the Putin movie, or are we fatigued of
No,
like
I'm
giving it
talking about
to
documentary short is what I was looking at right now.
documentary short? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you're right.
Like
I
I
don't.
said, these people are gonna die alone. Their lives are irrelevant. No, I'm just joking. Obviously, it's life changing to win an Oscar. Okay. Visual effects. Would this be Avatar?
Where's visual effects at? Oh, that got in.
Yeah, Avatar Fire and Ash, which I don't think anyone saw
Fire
either,
and
even
Ash.
though it made good money.
I guess it would. Although, here's my thing: if Sinner somehow wins this, then it's over.
What in the name of God is the Lost Bus?
The Lost
What?
Bus.
What? They're just making movies up. This is like an AI movie.
This is it. Hey, I'm.
No,
No
it's
one.
Paul
No one put.
Greengrass. What the hell?
Oh.
A white knuckle ride through one of America's wildfires as a wayward school bus driver and a dedicated school teacher battle to save 22 children. Bro, if this has to do with the Palisades fire, it's Matthew McConaughey driving a bus through the Palisade fire. Oh my God. All these rich people get on the bus and they're like disgusted. They're like spitting on him. They're like, your bus is disgusting. No, anyway, I'm just joking.
I
Why
don't know.
ever that would
I
get an
would guess it
Oscar
would be Avatar Fire
nomination?
and Ash, but like,
Or
did
F1.
Avatar win effects in the first one in 2009, 2010?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean,
So I don't know. It just feels kind of like weird that like I don't know. The first one wins and the third one wins effects. Like I don't know.
I think, didn't the second one win?
I'm not sure about that. But
That's the whole thing with Avatar is that's like the exclusive reason for it existing. It's like he just put so much work into the special effects that like
uh, uh, uh I don't know. I don't know how to check Oscars on frickin' IMDb on the internet.
I think if I'm looking at this correctly, did Godzilla win visual effects instead of Avatar too? I don't even know. Who cares? So yeah, I'll pick Avatar just to be lazy.
You'll pick Avatar. The second one did win, so let's just say it's a three-peat. and it wins effects too. I mean, it's at 94.51% on the odds. So
Yeah.
I was just trying to like find something because it's like every Avatar movie is going to win effects.
Yeah, seems like it. And then yeah, I'm on to original song, which we already talked about, is going to be the K-pop Demon Hunters, right?
Uh, yeah,
Which song
yeah.
is it?
Golden.
Yeah, Golden is going to win best song.
Here's what's messed up about this is I every Monday I work out at a bar,
Hmm.
and every Monday we do trivia, and usually there's 7 rounds, and one of the rounds is a picture round, and one of the rounds is an audio round. And the audio round, it was like modern songs. And one of the trivia questions at like a dive bar in a small town of Ohio had K-pop Demon Hunters on it. So it's in the fucking it's in their heads.
Yeah, it was a huge movie. It's like a ton of people saw the movie too. It's going to win animated film, right?
Yeah.
It's
Uh
like there's certain categories of movies where if a movie is like a box office sensation and it's an animated film, it pretty much runs away with the Oscar. It's like
yeah,
not really
that's interesting.
it's not really controversial because in fairness, there are like animated films that are pretty incredible that win Oscars, or you
Mm.
have like Miyazaki or someone where it's like legitimate like masters. So I would watch it. I'd be down to watch it. I should have watched it before we did this episode, but I was just kind of had a chaotic couple of weeks. But I heard it's actually really good, and I think it might actually be really good. K-pop Demon Hunters. That sounds. I mean, maybe that sounds crazy coming from me, but
No, it's awesome.
my friends who love anime like loved it, and I've never really been into animation. But when I've like watched stuff that my friends have told me, they've been pretty good about it, like having really good taste, you know. So
Mm.
I have a feeling it's actually really good. So yeah, now we're on original script.
Uh
Probably Sinners,
Probably Centers.
Ryan Coogler. I mean, I think Jafar Panahi, I could see him winning this just because, you know, the political like side to it, as
Sure.
far as him being like a courageous guy making this brilliant movie. But I think that movie kind of doesn't have much momentum with the Oscars right now.
Yeah, I agree.
And they're definitely going to give Ryan Coogler an award. And I don't think he's going to win Best Director. I think
Right.
it would be too insulting to have PTA like get snubbed again in directing when he's literally the best director of his generation.
Yeah, I don't think there's much. I think this might be the highest percent on a.
Wait, what'd you say?
I think adapted screenplay might be. Oh no, wait, there's one more we'll get to, but this is the second to highest odds to win in its
Really?
category. Yes,
To Ryan Coogler?
for original screenplay. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I don't actually hate that. Just because the thing I like the most about Sinners is that it's an original movie that was kind of a blockbuster, and I think
Mm,
that's amazing. Even though I don't like the movie artistically as like a piece of entertainment, I think it is something that's more and more rare for a movie to be so big and be an original film. I think I'm always pro that. So I appreciate that, and I think he deserves to win an Oscar in the sense that he's very talented. I mean, I don't really think he's, you know, that close to being one of the best directors in the world, but he's good enough where he's like I was saying about Guillermo del Toro. He fulfills a specific niche with the Oscar which the Oscars want. And he's definitely
mm,
he's technically very proficient. I don't know if I would say his screenwriting is the strongest aspect. I think he's the best Ryan Coogler at his best is a director. I would say I think he's more talented as like with like set pieces and all that kind of stuff more than screenplay. But I just don't see him winning
mm.
director. I think he's gonna win a script here. Yeah, and then cinematography.
I don't know about this.
I'll pick One Battle. But Train Dreams is pretty gorgeous, the cinematography.
So Sinners is the favorite, but it's only at like 50%. So, oh wait, hold on. American Society of Cinematographers. What the fuck won that? Oh, I guess we have to see on the ASC awards. So like whatever wins that, I'll probably just vote for that. But like I actually don't. Yeah, if you have 16 nominations, you have to lose something. You're not going to get 16 wins. So I would say One Battle just because it has the package of probably winning highest honor awards,
Mhm.
but we just don't know when the ASC awards. They might be after the Oscars.
Yeah, it's weird because of PTA's movies, he's obviously had so many films that are just like divine in the cinematography. This is one that I don't think it's necessarily its strongest feature, but almost connected to what I just said about Coogler. This feels like an award that I don't know. These nominations are not very good for cinematography. Like I don't know if I would
Oh,
say any of these are really that good outside of Train
yeah,
Drains. And yeah, it's not real in my memory. I don't remember the cinematography being. I mean, they're amazing, like set pieces and stuff, but compared to like
yeah.
The Master, Phantom Thread, There'll Be Blood, like he's made a lot of other movies that had crazy cinematography, and I don't know. I think PTA people realize that he's like a true genius with the camera itself. So
Mm,
I know he's not credited as a DP, but he's literally been the DP for some of his films, like low
right.
key. So this is kind of like him winning in a way if he wins this, even though
Yeah.
he's not credited. He is a very hands-on like director in regard to the cinematography. So I'll pick One Battle.
Unfortunately, the cinematography awards for the ASC, which win most of the time, are tomorrow before we
Mm.
have,
Oh
while we're
wow.
recording this, it's tomorrow. So, I'll look at that and be like, but I would say One Battle right now. I don't know. I just have more of a vibe with Death and Sinners. I can't explain it.
Yeah. Okay, best documentary feature.
Oh yeah, that was the one that I thought was the short. I would say
Is it going to be this Putin movie?
maybe.
What does it say the favorite is?
It says The Perfect Neighbor, 83.27. But the
The
Putin
Perfect
movie has
Neighbor.
12 and everything else has near zero. Yeah.
What is The Perfect Neighbor? Oh, okay. Actually, yeah, this might win because I think this is also political. This is like about like someone getting killed by like the police or something.
Oh fuck.
I actually have heard of this. Yeah, I think The Perfect Neighbor might win this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Nobody Against Putin seems like it has a chance as well, just because it's also political, but they can never take my guy Putin down.
We like him this year.
I'm kidding.
JK. We're just joking.
Yeah, we'll talk about Putin in another episode about his historical
Well,
relevance. I don't know if talking about him in regard to the Oscars is gonna feel the very
yeah.
it's like very but I guess Mr. Nobody Against Putin, it sounds pretty good. It sounds good in the sense of like it sounds like fascinating. It's like a teacher in Russia who like filmed secretly like the propaganda for the Ukraine war.
Whoa, okay.
So it sounds kind of cool. It sounds like it would be a really interesting like footage like in Russia.
That's interesting.
So that's probably the runner up. But yeah, The Perfect Neighbor makes sense. And then yeah, I'm already on director. I'm going this Google has
Oh,
it
okay.
in such a goofy. I'm not going in the order that the awards are,
Yeah.
and I'm just clicking on this thing. Yeah, PTA.
Do you really think so? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I have PTA.
Is he the favorite?
94.01%.
Yeah. You know, honestly, if he wins Best Director and Best Script, I'm not going to be mad if it loses Picture, but I will be furious if One Battle does not win Best Picture. I will be like really pissed, but I actually won't care that much just because PTA with an Oscar is in itself what needs to happen. But then again, you look at last year and Sean Baker won all those awards. It's like, bruh, PTA is like 10 times as great of a director as Sean Baker. He definitely deserves like, you know, he
It was
deserves
his
something
time,
like
man.
that.
It was his time.
Yeah, I think PTA is going to dominate. I don't really care about the BAFTAs or the
Yeah.
SAG. SAG is a joke. SAG is like irrelevant. Like
All right, all right.
Sentimental Value is like one of the best acted movies like you will see.
Mm,
Like the acting is incredible. And they didn't give any nominations to it. Like that doesn't even make sense.
sure.
So anyway, director, yeah, I'm skipping that one. We already talked about animated film. Okay, so let's just go to supporting now.
Okay.
So best supporting actress is seems to be
Okay.
a chaos and anarchy.
Yeah, so
I think Tiana Taylor is still going to do it though.
did she win BAFTA? I don't think who won BAFTA?
They're out of their minds. They put a guy with Tourette's like front row.
Dude,
What are we talking about the BAFTAs for?
wait a
They
minute, because BAFTA and acting seems very coherent. Like especially last year with SAG.
Are you looking it up? What did BAFTA do for supporting actress?
Well, I'm just thinking about acting in general, like how Mikey Madison won last year with just getting
Well,
BAFTA. Like she only got BAFTA.
oh really?
So we got okay, Sinners, Umi Mosaku, and then so we got Amy Madigan with the SAG and Critics' Choice. Then we have Tiana Taylor with the Golden
Oh
Globe.
wow, the woman from Sinners won for the
Yeah, she
BAFTA.
won SAG, but that
Oh
also
no,
kind of like brings me back to last year of like Demi Moore. Granted, it's a different category, like lead actress, but she won. So I'm kind of like,
this is one of the most chaotic supporting actress like races I've seen in a while.
it's insane.
I think Tiana Taylor is going to win it though.
Yeah, I I do think like when people win SAG, like people that try to predict Oscars just kind of like jump ship. They go, well, they won SAG, so
Well, didn't Tiana not even get nominated for SAG?
oh wait, I'm not sure about that. So she did.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely between Amy Madigan and Tiana Taylor. I think. I don't think um the woman from Sinners is going to win. I think
Yeah, I think Tiana.
I
I
don't.
think when what the Oscars also loves historically is they love when like a musician comes out of nowhere and has like acting ability. Like the
Oh
woman
yeah,
from Dreamgirls. I remember her when she won her Oscar.
sure.
Or Jamie Foxx at one point was in music, and then he won. I think he won multiple Oscars,
Damn. Okay.
and
Yeah,
then
he won Ray when he was young. I forget about
yeah,
that.
yeah, he won at least one. But they love that. I think
I know.
Tiana, she fits that bill for me. She fits
She
like someone that
does.
would win an Oscar.
I don't know. Amy Madigan does just remind me of kind of like Demi Moore last year, like legacy actress doing a horror movie, makeup.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
Demi Moore lost.
she did. But then like BAFTA didn't even go to which is weird. It's weird that like I don't know, like I don't know if I gotta check like people in terms of acting who have just won a Globe and the Oscar, because I feel like that's short package, but I do feel
That
like this
happens.
it does happen, but it's just this might
I
I
think
think
the
this is
Golden
like the
Globes.
craziest race.
I think the Golden Globes are more in line with the Oscars than SAG or the BAFTAs.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it would be tough for me to go against Tiana Taylor right now.
Yeah, I'm picking Tiana Taylor. And
Yeah.
then Best Supporting Actor, I think Sean Penn. I think that's one of the greatest performances ever in one battle. But
Hmm.
oh my god, wait, did
Oh.
so Jacob Elordi got an Oscar nomination?
Yes.
Dude,
Dude.
I cut myself off earlier when we were talking about this. So I saw that people are going to hate this take, but I saw the Paul Schrader movie Oh Canada,
Okay.
which oh my god, I despise that movie. I have a lot of friends who like love Schrader, and he's a good director. He's made some really good films as a director. I just thought it was like way outside of his wheelhouse. It's like him making a movie about like an old artist looking back on their life. And that's like a kind of genre that I think is super easy to be terrible. Like if you're like pretending to be a master director and you make a movie about a director looking back at their life, or like a film, someone in film, or someone who's like an artist, and the whole movie is like a parallel for yourself looking back at your life. It's
Yeah.
like only like the greatest directors in like ever can pull that off. And that's kind of my critique of Oh Canada. And it was just I didn't really connect with it. And it was like a little bit, I don't know what it was. And oh my God, though, Jacob Elordi was trash in that
Oh
movie.
no. Oh
He
no.
was so bad, bro. He's so tall to the degree that it like doesn't make any sense. Like he's in this movie and Richard Gere is like looking back at his life,
Yeah, he's like
and
6'5".
Jacob Elordi is like his younger self. It doesn't even make any sense. It's like his younger self is like this guy that's just like enormous, and then he like can't act at all, and he's just Jacob Elordi has no ability. He has no talent. He's a star.
No.
He's a star, but he sucks. He's
Okay.
he's just like Zendaya. Like they just can't act. They're good looking people that are stars, but all they do is kind of just look. I mean, I'm not gonna. They're kind of different, like their styles, but there's 0% chance Jacob Elordi as Frankenstein is good. Like there's 0% chance. Like what is his performance like? Like what will be what like what's he gonna do? He's just gonna be like oh. Yeah, give him an Oscar. No,
um,
if we had a Patreon, I would just be saying even more
I don't know.
heinous
It was
shit
weird
at this
because
point.
like
But no, cutting you off and myself off. I think Stellan Skarsgård is going to win.
he's not even nominated.
Yeah, he is for
Oh
Oscars.
fuck, I lied. I My bad. Sorry. Sean, okay. So I think Sean Penn's gonna win.
Does he have the top percentage?
He has 63. I think he's gonna win because no one has ever won SAG and BAFTA and lost.
Really?
Right. It has never happened.
So doesn't that mean that some of their other like idiotic nomination, doesn't that mean Amy Madigan would win?
She didn't win BAFTA though.
Oh, you said multiple. Okay, I thought you just
Sorry,
said SAG
people
and.
people that have just won SAG, at least SAG and BAFTA. Some people have swept and also got the Globe, but
I think Stellan Skarsgård is going to win Best Supporting Actor because he's never won before, and it's just voter fatigue.
I can see that,
Because Sean
but
Penn is one of the greatest actors ever, but this would be his third Oscar. That would put him in like Daniel Day-Lewis territory, which I think is completely justified. But I think it's something that I think similar to like in the NBA when Jokic gets ripped off, like winning the MVP just because he's won it so many times in a
Oh, that's a
row.
good that's a good analogy.
Where everyone looks at Jokic and you're like, all right, this guy is so good, but like, okay, let's spread the wealth around. And then the second that he doesn't win, everyone's like, all right, does anyone think anyone's
I
better than
don't know.
Jokic? It's the same thing with Sean Penn, where I think everyone kind of acknowledges that he might, of anyone nominated for acting, he's like the greatest actor of all the actors nominated.
Yeah,
Like
I
he's like one of the
would.
all-time greats. And I think he deserves it. I think his performance is better.
Yeah,
But Stellan Skarsgård is one of the greatest actors of his generation in his own right. And he's never won.
it's a good point. I don't know.
And
I mean,
everyone loves him.
Peter O'Toole never won.
I mean, yeah, it's possible, but I just think, and I think the emotional, I think people like the idea of him being like a girl dad in a movie, and there's like memes about it where he's just like he's like sitting at award shows, and Elle Fanning and Renate Reinsve and then the other woman are all like on their phones, like giggling and taking selfies, and he's just sitting off to the side, like moping and eating like soup or something.
I remember that.
So I don't know. That's my pick.
Right out.
I
Yeah,
I will party if Sean Penn wins. I think that's like Daniel Day-Lewis and There'll Be Blood
pop
level.
open the champagne and.
Yeah, I think that's like that's like a Daniel Plainview
Well,
type of.
I think he's gonna win.
Okay,
I do.
I hope you're right. I think he gave a way better performance, but Stellan Skarsgård of all the performances, he also gave one of the best performances of the year, irrespective of or irregardless of, you know, supporting or leading. So yeah, you might be right. I don't know. That's going to be an interesting race.
I think whoever wins, it's going to be a good win because I don't
Yeah,
think Jacob
that's
Elordi is
going to
going
be
to
one of the best
win.
winners of the night. That'll be like a good winner no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless it goes to Jacob Elordi, and then I'm going to flip out. I mean, bruh, look at how overwhelming. Look at how like much this guy doesn't deserve it. He's nominated with Benicio del Toro, Sean Penn, Stellan Skarsgård, and Delroy Lindo. And then here's this like guy who's like a model who can't act, who just gets thrown in there
Yeah.
because he's an industry plant. He's like made in a lab to be like a star. He's like the guy that like Swifties love. He's like a Swiftie like supported actor. he's like a guy that's completely given a career because young 12-year-old girls are obsessed with him, which is kind of the same thing as it's the same thing as Chalamet, but Chalamet can actually act.
Okay.
Chalamet has earned my respect. No one is lesser to me than Jacob Elordi in this moment. And honestly, we're gonna do a solo episode just trashing Frankenstein. Let's do it. This is
You're
this is
down.
making me so pumped. Just because we have like no ideas after some of these Oscars. Like we could do like some director like breakdowns, but it would be really funny to like watch Frankenstein. Dude, it's almost 3 hours. Like there's no way that's a good movie. I mean, can you imagine sitting watching Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein just enthralled? It's like you're like kissing God on the lips just watching this movie. No, anyway. Best international feature. I think The Secret Agent's going to do it.
Oh, for foreign film?
Yeah,
Yeah, so what's weird is sentimental value has like surged,
really.
but like I also feel
It's
like
possible too cuz it got a directing nomination.
it did, but wasn't that kind of this thing last year where like Emilia Perez had a directing nomination?
Oh, really? I forgot about that.
I think it did, but then like I'm Still Here, we kind of like just willed that into existence of winning. Not that we did it, but just like I just feel like the movie that's better is gonna win.
Yeah, I think it's won every major award for international film.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I would still stick with Secret Agent. I need to like.
Yeah, I think it's the best film nominated for any award this year. It's even better than One Battle, but I think they're pretty evenly matched. I think people will watch both those films like 50 years from now. I think they're both
Yeah,
classics, so it's hard to compare them. But I give a slight edge to The
yeah.
Secret Agent just
Also,
because. Sorry,
logistic
what?
wise, there's a lot of Brazilian voters in the Academy,
Oh, really?
and they're not voting for sentimental value.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen anyone criticize the movie either. I have a lot of friends who have seen The Secret Agent. Everyone loves it. And it's kind of the perfect like movie that has like art house qualities and like ambiguity, but then it also is like an incredible like accessible like thriller.
Yeah,
So I think most people, and then yeah, I've even seen like I think people like yeah, like you said, I think even like Brazilian people, like the average Brazilian person is like watching it as well.
I would. Yeah, I would still stick with that, but we'll see. I mean, if Skarsgård wins early, then I'll go. Oh, was I wrong? Well,
Yeah,
but
I don't know. I
Emilia
don't know if I
Perez got
see.
that like package last year and still lost international. So I don't know.
I don't know if sentimental value is going to do much outside of Skarsgård,
Mm,
or it
damn,
could win nothing.
that'll be an interesting race for sure.
Okay, so we're almost done here. I just got three left. Best actress is going to be Jessie Buckley
Yeah,
pretty easily.
That's the number one.
She's
So
completely run away with it, and she's good. I think Renate Reinsve is a
yeah,
lot better. I think she was better
I
in
did see
Sentimental
if I
Value.
had. Did you see if I had legs I kick you?
No, I heard it's great.
I saw it and I like it a lot. I liked it.
Really?
Oh yeah, I thought it was dope.
Is she like? Is she with Conan or?
Conan's her therapist basically in the movie, and he like doesn't like her. He's like
Okay.
so disinterested in her as a person, and it's like so depressing.
For some reason, I thought she and Conan were married for a split second,
Oh,
but no, I
maybe.
got
I thought you were talking about in the movie because Conan is in the
no.
movie.
It says her partner is Bobby Cannavale.
Oh, okay. We're
Yeah,
brothers. We're brothers.
uh, yeah. No, she's. I heard she's great in it.
Yeah.
So bizarre. Kate Hudson and got an Oscar nomination.
Eh.
But
Well,
anyway, yeah, you should definitely watch Sentimental Value.
damn.
It's worth seeing. I think you'll definitely love it. And then, yeah, Emma Stone too, another nomination. And did you see her and Yorgos their Squarespace ad?
Oh, was that for the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
I thought I saw it. No, I didn't. I heard it was like
I
trippy.
love. I loved it. It's like one of honestly, that's one of the fun, like my favorite. I hate ads, like obviously, but
Sure.
that's like that's like my favorite ad I've seen in a long time. It's like all in black and white, and it's like in a fake like Yorgos like castle,
Okay.
and Emma Stone just keeps typing into Squarespace like emmastone.com, and it keeps saying that the URL has been taken.
Oh, nice.
And then she just is like, nah! Like she's just screaming. And she just keeps doing it in the scene over and over again. She's like, okay, I hope it'll work this time. And then she like types it in and then she just screams. And then it's like, and then she takes her laptop, she snaps it in half and starts screaming. And then she keeps trying and then it cuts over and there's just a pile of laptops broken in half on the ground.
That's incredible.
It's great. I'm all for their partnership. Emma Stone is an icon and
Yes.
she's amazing in Begonia. I mean, our conversation on Begonia, and I've heard people honestly, I've heard random ass people talk about Begonia since we like saw it and since we did our episode. Like not even people that like we know, but I've just like random like people on podcast, people that I like we don't know, just like famous people or
Sure.
whatever podcasters. And when I hear people talk about Begonia, I like it more.
Mm.
Like it, I feel like that's one of those movies that might actually be kind of like a cult classic, just because I really just love Yorgos. I think people
Yep.
he's one of the people that the Oscars have. He fulfills a niche the way that I was describing with some of these other people, whether it be Chloe Zhao, who won for Nomadland, or you know the guy who did Black Panther, all these different people, right? Guillermo del Toro. There are people that the Oscars are going to keep giving nominations to. And Yorgos is one of the rare examples of someone that like he's actually like the man. And he makes a lot of decisions for the sake of making a movie harder to watch, is what I
Mm.
appreciate. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think Begonia is winning anything, but Emma
Yeah.
Stone being nominated is cool. And honestly, in terms of snubs, I think okay, now that yeah, okay, let's get into this. Best actor.
Yeah.
I think Jesse Plemons is definitely one of the worst snubs. I think he was
Yeah.
definitely amazing in that movie. But yeah, best actor, I don't know. I this is the category that I feel the least
Yeah.
confident about.
Well, I did say earlier, I'm like, Timmy's going to lose SAG because nobody wins SAG back to back and everyone's going to jump ship.
Hmm.
But, it
Yeah, it's like
does,
complete chaos,
it
right?
does feel like Mari Supreme is just losing. And what's crazy is, the BAFTA didn't even go to anyone that was nominated. It was somebody in the British film. I think I swear I forget his name. I'm sorry, but
I think that's the Tourette movie.
oh, was it really?
Yeah, I think it's a guy playing the guy with Tourette's who showed up and screamed the N word.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like some random ass like British actor playing a guy with Tourette's. And honestly, the movie sounds like trash too. I heard someone who
Mm.
saw it like on a podcast talking about the I Swear movie, and they said he doesn't say like anything crazy in the movie. Like,
Oh,
which it's like, doesn't it defeat the whole point of making a movie about a guy with Tourette's that you're like, isn't the whole point that you're going to make a movie where he says things you're not supposed to say?
right.
Maybe he says the F slur, but yeah, people were joking about it on a podcast. Like, oh, does the guy playing him say the N word like in the movie? And they're like, no, not at all.
Jeez.
But no,
So
I
I
heard that
yeah.
guy with Tourette's. Apparently, he met the queen and he said like, "I hope you die" to her face.
Oh my gosh.
So kind of funny. I never knew that's what
Yes.
Tourette's was. I thought Tourette's was just like you're like a feral animal like twitching. But I guess you say the thing you're
Yeah.
not supposed to say. It's
Yeah,
not
oh, for
just
sure.
it's like literally psychologically like you're like scared of embarrassing yourself and then you like say the worst thing. It's not just I always thought like, oh,
Right.
you like because I had a friend that had Tourette's in high school and he wouldn't just like swear. He just like had like he would like kind of like he'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
he wouldn't like, but he did swear a lot, but that was just because he was like that. But he would swear, he would say bad things. He'd go, "Oh, sorry, that was my Tourette's," and he would like make that as a joke.
You never know.
So yeah, I think people with Tourette's are faking it. That's my conclusion. To quote the great Jamie
Fuck.
Foxx, to quote the great
What?
Jamie Foxx, he meant that shit.
He meant that shit.
Did you hear that?
Is that what he said?
Yeah, apparently Jamie Foxx is like he meant that shit.
I don't know.
I'm just putting you on the spot.
I'm just saying I don't know. I
Take
think
take a
that's
side, Austin. Are you team mental illness or are you team black people?
no, I think like the honest
You're either
answer is
ableist, whatever side you pick. You're either ableist or you're
ableist or
racist.
racist. Yeah. No, I'm
I'm team black people. I don't care.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like why I can't understand Tourette, so I don't know, man.
It's just a
It's
crazy
a weird
it's just a
world, man.
crazy situation. It's like It's like, bruh, if you're gonna go to the okay, I'm not gonna say that. That might be too crazy.
Okay.
No, I said to my friends, I was like, bruh, he should have brought a muzzle and like worn a muzzle during the event.
I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, is that wrong to say?
I don't know. I
I'm
don't
trying to
know.
defend black people. I don't like black people being called a racial slur. I'm against that.
Yeah, no, always. But
We're
this is
all
just
against that on Half of God's Face podcast, but because the guy has mental illness, now everyone has to do a somersault over themselves to try and like take some blame because it's obviously not his fault, but it really begs the question on like what are the BAFTAs doing? Like that almost seems intentional. Like they had people saying "Free Palestine" and they censored it. They took that out of the broadcast.
right.
And then you could hear the N word on the broadcast.
Yeah, it
It's like,
makes you wonder.
it's like, how is that even
It's like, why
possible?
are we selecting like what? Like what?
Which in itself is insane. Like you're just censoring political speech, but then you somehow miss like the ultimate word that like everyone gets offended by that like is you know was clearly
It's crazy.
crazy. Like the fact that Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo were on stage, like that's a crazy. I mean, I can't believe they didn't like freak out. Like
No,
they
they
took it.
they 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 did they did an amazing job.
Yeah, they took it well. They kind of were just like I think they kind of knew because the way that he screamed it was so psychotic. I think they must have been like, okay, this guy is like. But then, dude, did you see the guy's statement too? The guy with Tourette's.
I did not.
His statement was weird. He was like, "Oh, I don't even know how he sound. I think he's a British guy, so he's like, I apologize. I left I left the ceremony early because I was making people uncomfortable with my tics, and I'm mortified if anyone thinks that there's any intention behind my tics." It's like, okay, you could also say sorry to the two guys that were on stage rather than, but whatever, you know. I think the moral of the story is don't invite a guy with Tourette's to an award show or put something over your mouth. I don't know. Take measures so that you're not screaming at the top of your lungs or don't have a microphone 10 feet away. Like there's like a lot of things that went wrong. So
Yeah,
anyway, I really do wonder if there's some level of like guilt where the Oscars are going to be like, all right, let's just give it to Michael B. Jordan.
I don't know. I don't know if it's him or Timmy because it's either this, like you said, or it's we're giving it to. He would be the second youngest winner to Adrian Brody.
What are the percentages?
So we have Michael B. Jordan at 44 and Timothy at 39, but we also have Wagner Mora at 11, which is interesting because I saw there's this YouTube channel like about Oscars when it gets during the season. I think it's the awards
Uh,
contender, and he made like a 30-minute video that was like why Wagner Mora can win Best Actor this year.
I'll pick Mora. I think this might be like one of those years. I think this might be one of those years where a superstar doesn't win. Like, and but then again, he is a superstar though. He was in Narcos,
Right?
so Wagner Mora, everyone loves him already, and I think he's definitely the best performance of all these performances. But Ethan Hawke
Yeah,
is pretty amazing too. I think Ethan Hawke was pretty tremendous. So I don't know. I don't think he has a chance, but I don't know. I kind of think Michael B. Jordan's going to win just because of this Tourette's thing. Like literally.
dude, I don't know.
Cuz like it's weird that he won the SAG. Like no one was talking about Michael B. Jordan up until this unfortunate situation happened that he had no control over. And again, has nothing to do with the movie either, by the way. It's just an
Yeah,
uncomfortable situation and I don't know. It seems like Sinners almost gained a momentum from that in a weird way.
I think I'm still going Timmy.
You think
I think
Chalamet
I
is going to
think
win?
I think so. Granted, I could change this when I put in my final predictions on this website, but I gosh, this is way more interesting of like an acting the four acting categories besides Jesse, because I feel like there's always somebody who's just like going away all to the finish line. But I, yeah, I don't know. I just don't see Michael B. Jordan up there winning. I don't know.
I didn't think he was going to win a SAG.
I thought he was going to win at SAG
Oh, interesting.
just because I didn't think Timmy was going to go back to back, and I was like, who else would win at SAG?
Yeah, and then Sinners won Best Cast at SAG, which is like insane. That's like
Yeah.
that's completely insane. Honestly, I think you're right. I don't think Michael B. Jordan's going to win just because SAG is like irrelevant. Like they don't nominate sentimental value. Like the acting and sentimental value is like levels above Sinners. Like I think you could talk to a bunch of people who saw both movies. I think a lot of people would agree with me.
Hmm.
Because the way I would describe it is there are certain movies that even if they're not that good are kind of designed for actors, and then there are movies which are solid and they're designed for actors, and then there's movies that are not really even designed for the actors that people love. And I would say Sinners is more of like an action movie than it is like a acting kind of thing.
Sure.
I don't know if it's going to win any acting awards. I really don't. I think it's going to be mainly technical and Coogler
Yeah.
for
I
script.
think I think of all the acting awards, I think I'm going to get one wrong for sure.
Yeah,
Like
it's
I
actually one of the
this is the
most
least
competitive.
confident.
It's one of the most competitive acting races we've seen in a long time.
Damn.
So yeah, I'm gonna pick Wagner Mora. I think he's gonna get an upset just because Marty Supreme had that controversy that I think might have hurt it. It seems
Oh.
because of the Softy brother thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot we talked about that last episode. I forgot.
And I don't know. I think Chalamet, he's young
Or
enough where I think he's one of those people that is going to keep getting nominated, but I feel like there's going to be a role where he's even more undeniable. But he could win. I don't know. It's possible. I think the percentages are off there. I think it's more like I think I would say Chalamet should be the favorite. I think there's like a 35% chance he's going to win. And then I think there's like a 20 to 25% chance for Mora. And I think there's like a 20-25% chance for Michael B. Jordan.
okay.
That's that's what I would say. I would say Chalamet is a slight favorite, but this seems like one of those years we could get an upset.
Hmm. Yeah.
And Michael B. Jordan is not good at acting, so
Oh god.
I mean, there's something about him that I'm just kind of like it's a little like just the way that he performs is just very cliche to me. Like I don't know. I mean, I honestly liked him in Creed more than I did in Sinners.
Hmm.
He doesn't strike me as being nearly as talented as other actors of a similar kind of caliber and a similar kind of genre. And I don't know if he's really that funny. He doesn't really strike me as he has much of a personality. He's kind of just like a good-looking enough guy that he can be the lead, but then I don't think he really shows much either dramatically or comedically to like be like an iconic
Hmm.
actor. But the Oscars could just give it to him because he has already kind of had some big roles over the years. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I see it. I don't really see him winning an Oscar, like you said,
Hmm.
because I think at the end of the day, I don't really think people look at him as like an actor like that. They look at him like a star more than they look at him like a talented actor.
Okay.
So anyway, yeah, I mean, picture is all we got left, and then we can wrap it.
Yeah. I guess one battle would be the pick, but
What are the percentages?
one battle is 76%, Sinners is 20, and then everything else is nothing,
Yeah,
basically.
I think one battle is gonna dominate. I think it's gonna have a great night.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, did we go over casting?
No, did
So
I skip that one?
Sinners is at 88. So
Oh my god. I'm picking One Battle for casting. Screw it.
yeah, I mean, there's fucking like Marty Supreme. There's people that in it that like aren't actors that are
Yeah, I think
incredible, like the
Marty
teachers
Supreme.
and the military people. And
That's the strongest part of the movie is the casting. I think that would be the good pick, but I'll pick One Battle for casting just because
mm.
I think it deserves it. And yeah, any other thoughts? Like I think it's going to be a big night for PTA.
Yeah, PTA's gonna win something. I mean, likely probably 3 awards. I feel like One Battle has to take like editing and then like some sort of acting nomination. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah. No, and I mean
Uh,
I just think in terms of like the political times, I think even though Sinners is like a movie made by a black director, written by a black screenwriter, and then it's a black period piece. I think the political context of One Battle, as far as being like against ICE specifically, and having like a scathing perspective on kind of contemporary politics, and it not being a period piece, because I think in other years, Sinners would be a movie that could win, but I think because One Battle has this like charged criticism, I think that's going to really resonate with people. And in fairness, I've everyone criticizes Trump. I think there's a lot of criticisms of Trump that I like roll my eyes at just because they're not like high IQ or sophisticated or whatever. But I do consider One Battle as being one of the best films to really criticize the Trump era that did it in a way that I thought was high IQ and also scathing and honest. I thought the whole thing was just true. And I don't know. I think people that have a problem with One Battle one way or the other are kind of like it's a little strange to me. Like I've heard people criticize it from both directions. I've heard people that are leftist that think it's not left enough. I've heard people that are like on like
mm,
podcasters who are right wing criticize it. And I think that's a little bit losing the point. I don't think you see that movie and you have to agree with its politics to like it. But I do think the underlying like criticism of like this militarized police presence does really resonate. And it coming from one of the greatest directors of his generation is it's definitely powerful. It's not something I would have expected from PTA to make like a very political movie. Um
mm.
but yeah, like I said, I don't think we've had this conversation before. I don't think the point of the movie is saying that we should like burn down the government and we should all be like, you know,
Yeah,
anarchists. But I definitely feel like the movie is going to age really well as far as being a portrait of like our moment in time. And I think people will look back at it and be like, wow, that really did capture like a very unique moment in like American history. But at the same time, it is like a super entertaining movie that's mostly about, fatherhood.
sure.
So yeah, I don't know. Do you have any other thoughts?
Nah, gosh, I think there's going to be a bunch of categories that are going to shock us, but yeah, I think it'll be a pretty. I can't believe it's already fucking almost March 15th. That's crazy.
I know it was so far away and now it's already here.
That's how it goes. All those people when you're older, like time flies, and you're like, shut up, fucking nerd, shut up. I called old people nerds because they know things. Uh, but yeah, no, they were right. They were right, and now I feel like a nerd. I don't know if that. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, crazy. It's almost here.
No, well, I think that's it. We'll be back probably for a Oscar reaction show.
It's gonna be an hour of Zach just being like, "Oh my god,
Bruh,
oh
Frankenstein just
my god,
dominates.
this is a problem." Are you guys are okay with this? You're just going to live the rest of your lives like this, and this is okay? That's going to be the whole... It's going to be a documentary of sadness.
Yup. Well, anyway, stay safe, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Bye.